How's it going, Coach?
Hey, what's up, Harrison? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hi, guys. My name is Harrison Sternberg. I'm here with men's basketball head coach Brandon Linton. Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Harrison. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. So we just wanted to kind of get started talking about this team. You know, what makes this team special? How do you motivate this team kind of going into the end of the year?
Yeah, it's you touched on it. It's a special group.
Yeah.
A lot of talented players, but more importantly, just great kids that are all about the right stuff. I don't have to do much motivation. It's a pretty self-motivated group. We have a lot of returners from last year's team that lost in the Sweet 16. So it's a group that came back pretty motivated to do even better than last year's performance. So now it's just all about me reminding them about what we've started the year talking about wanting to accomplish and holding them accountable to it.
You kind of talk about this team being self-motivated. Like, who are the leaders of this team? Who holds this team together? Kind of glue guys, but also the leaders.
Yeah, starts with our captains,
Yeah.
Jackson Patton and Scott Jamesi. Those two lead the charge day in and day out, just making sure guys are doing what they're supposed to do on the court and off of it. But we also have some other leaders within our team, Josh Bernstein, Sherman Gettings, Bobby Stewart. Those guys all kind of serve as, we have herds in our team, and each herd has a leader, and those guys serve in those roles. So between our captains, between our herd leaders, we have a great leadership core.
Yeah. And you guys played a tough regular season schedule, and then obviously the NESCAC's tough. You guys picked up some big wins over tough opponents like Keene State. Can you talk to us a little bit about what those wins against big opponents and kind of picking up experience against tough opponents going down the stretch against NESCAC and then NCAAs kind of means for the team?
Yeah, that's a big part of what we try and do is play against really good teams in the non-conference.
Yeah.
That way, when we get to the NESCAC, it's not a shock. And when we get to this part of the year, hopefully we're already battle-tested enough where we've been in enough, dire situations on the court where we have enough recall to be able to work ourselves through any bit of adversity that we might see on the court.
We've noticed a lot that you like to go to that 3-2 zone out of timeouts sometimes, or even not out of timeouts. I just wanted to ask you, what kind of prompts that? How do you guys have success in that? What's the thought process behind going into the 3-2?
Yeah, no, it's just a secondary defense for us that we kind of, quite frankly, just ebb and flow with. Sometimes if we feel like we're having success, we'll stick with it. And if we don't, we might come out of it. But it's just something that there's no rhyme or reason to it, and we think that's kind of the strength of it as well. It's kind of random. You know when you're going to see it. You don't know how long we're going to stay in it, and we kind of like that randomness of it.
Yeah, and another guy that we at JumboCast have kind of noticed catches teams off guard consistently is Liam Kennelly. He provides a unique energy for this team. He's undersized, but he's as effective as anyone else on the defensive end. Can you talk a little bit about the role he plays defensively and then shooting?
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's just the ultimate competitor. He does a great job in our zone, but just in general defensively, he really takes pride in that side of the basketball and trying to give the team energy from defense. And offensively, he's really grown into himself this year as a sophomore. Obviously as a point guard and a team orchestrator, but also as somebody who could have generate his own offense as well. So been proud of how he's performed this year on both sides of the basketball.
Yeah, what do you think about how he wears low socks? The only person on the team that wears low socks.
He's crazy. I tell him that all the time. It adds to the lore, I guess, of Liam Kennelly.
No, that's definitely something that we talk about a lot. Switching gears a little, going way back in the season, you guys kind of suffered a tough loss to Nichols. And going into the NCAA tournament, you guys are probably going to be a high seed, and you're probably going to face a kind of a lower non-top 100 team like a Nichols College. What is that loss that you suffered earlier in the year? How is that going to help you guys coming down the stretch in the NCAA tournament, and what do you learn from that?
Yeah, I think every loss you take is an opportunity to learn. That one, the WPI loss, the Nichols loss, Wesleyan and Trinity, all four of them were valuable in different ways. The Nichols one was just a good, good reminder that no matter the circumstance, you have to show up and prepare, the right way. And I didn't feel like we did that going into that game. But you also got to give Nichols credit too. They're a talented team that's kind of fallen on a little hard luck this year, but they played awesome that day. So you got to tip your cap, and at the same time, take the lesson that comes with it. And we have, and I think it'll continue to serve us well as we get into postseason play.
Yeah, and then moving forward, you guys went on that 7-game win streak, and then kind of 2 weekends ago, that tough Connecticut stretch. Wesleyan, it seemed like you guys hung with them the entire game. They posed a really unique challenge. Nikki Johnson, they're a unique team, and that seemed like a kind of ruckus atmosphere over in Middletown.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that game and kind of what happened down the stretch?
Yeah, it was an awesome atmosphere, awesome game. Obviously, our guys are fired up to, hopefully try and take down the number one team in the country. It was a game where we struggled down the stretch, I think, for a number of reasons. I think foul trouble played a part. We didn't have some of our lineups that I think we probably a little bit more accustomed to having down the stretch, which led to, some imbalanced offensive possessions. I also thought we probably were on the wrong end of, some physical play that didn't go our way. But we own it. We know that we could have done a little bit better job finishing that game, and we controlled it. For about 35 minutes of that game, we were in control, and for 5 minutes or so we weren't. So, hopefully, if we see those guys again, it's something that we can learn from and prove to be better than in the next matchup. But it's another lesson that we took as we went.
Yeah, Coach, Bernstein has had a lot of trouble with fouls in recent games, fouled out against Wesleyan, and recently he's been getting into foul trouble. How have you been working with him on that to kind of keep him out of foul trouble down the stretch?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Film, on-court stuff, and just trying to educate him on, just trying to eliminate some of those silly fouls that he picks up. Some of those frustration fouls. And it's like everybody, it's a work in progress, and he's getting much better with it. But he's also 6'11" big guy at the D3 level, which is probably one of the hardest players to officiate. So it's he kind of is unlucky sometimes, but just trying to help him stay grounded and measured, and just trying to eliminate some of those bad ones. So,
and he's definitely been like a huge contributor to the success. But I think that I wouldn't be doing my job if we didn't talk about Scott Jamesi in this interview. He kind of plays the game the right way. It seems like he's a coach's dream player. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Scott, man, I wish every coach had an opportunity to coach Scott Jamesi. He's terrific. He's just so passionate. He cares so much. He wants to do things the right way. He's like you said, he's a coach's dream.
Yeah, it feels like you guys have all the pieces to be an elite team, a team that will be remembered in Tufts history. So, in the locker room with the coaching staff, when you guys are kind of sitting down, is there a consensus on the ceiling for this team? What do you guys think you can achieve down the stretch?
Yeah, we don't hide from anything. We start the year with our team meeting, and we say, as long as guys are coming here and wearing Tufts, basketball jerseys, like the goals are always going to be to win a NESCAC championship and win a national championship. There's no reason why that can't be us, and we're going to work like crazy every day until that happens. You mentioned it. We have all the right people in the room. Now we just have to have all the right intangibles and be process oriented. And if we do that, sky's the limit. So.
Yeah, and so that kind of rolls right into my next question. What do you guys, if you could highlight kind of the things you guys think you need to focus on, most important things to, win a NESCAC championship and then make a big NCAA tournament run and eventually make it all the way to Indianapolis?
Yeah, we have to continue to be together oriented. It's, whenever we're, playing with that together mindset and sharing the basketball on offense, defensively, playing for one another defensively. You know, whenever we're playing collaboratively like that, I feel like we're at our best.
Yeah.
And when we don't, I think that's where we could be had. So just trying to remind guys that as good as Scott is, as good as Josh or James or whoever is, not one guy is going to be and that's going to get us there. So just trying to stay grounded and stay with that together mindset as a group.
And you guys have a big one tomorrow. Williams at home, NESCAC quarterfinals. I'm hearing white out. What's a message you have for the Tufts students, maybe Tufts fans who are thinking about coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, no, we love playing here in Cousins in front of our fans. So definitely want all the sports teams, all the Tufts students to come and pack out the gym. Our guys get a huge boost out of playing in front of their friends and obviously their families as well. But Tufts students definitely make sure to come out, support. It'll be fun. We're also going to do like a minute to win it challenge at halftime where a raffle ticket winner will get to take a layup, free throw, 3-pointer, and a half-court shot and win a prize. So hoping to make it a fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can play well in front of them as well. But we'd love to see them out here in full force tomorrow.
Yeah, so thank you so much for doing this interview, Coach. It was a pleasure. My name's Harrison Sternberg. I'm here with JumboCast, head men's basketball coach, Coach Linton. Huge game tomorrow, NESCAC quarterfinals. Be there, 2 o'clock tip-off. Thank you so much for watching.